There are 118 different elements currently known by humanity, but there are many different arrangements that these atoms form in. What are they? What different elements fall under each category? And most importantly, what are the differences between these arrangements? All of these questions will be answered right now. What you need to know first is the 6 different arrangements that atoms form in. These are monatomic elements, molecular elements, metallic lattices, non-metallic lattices, molecular compounds, and lattice compounds. But what are these arrangements? Let's take a closer look at all of these arrangements individually, starting with monatomic elements. The word monatomic refers to an element that can exist in a stable condition with only one atom. The word monatomic comes from the Greek word monos, meaning alone. Therefore, monatomic means a lone atom. The 6 monatomic elements are helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon. Oxygen molecules are written as O2, meaning the oxygen that you breathe in requires 2 oxygen atoms to be stable, unlike these monatomic elements. These elements are all gases at room temperature and are all very light because of the distance between atoms. This is particularly useful in the case of helium. Helium is a non-flammable, non-toxic gas that is lighter than air, commonly used in balloons. Usually, elements need more than one atom to be stable. These clusters of atoms are called molecules. In a molecular element, every atom in the molecule is the same type, and each molecular element contains the same number of atoms as every other molecular element of its type. As shown in the last section, oxygen molecules require 2 oxygen atoms to remain stable, and every single oxygen molecule has the same number of atoms in it. Some other well-known molecular elements are nitrogen and hydrogen. Lattices are groups of atoms all loosely connected to each other, rather than monatomic atoms and molecular elements which are separated. For this reason, all metallic lattices are solids at room temperature, except for mercury. Not all metallic lattices are formed of one element. Some are, such as gold and iron, but others, such as steel, an alloy of iron and carbon, and bronze, an alloy of copper and tin, still fall under the category of metallic lattice, while not containing one element. These lattices have a consistent ratio of element to element, which repeats itself to however big your piece of metal is. Due to its structure, metallic lattices are malleable, making them great for casting into other shapes such as nails, saucepans, and alfoil. Most metals also conduct heat and electricity excellently, making them useful in the kitchen and as wiring. Very few lattices are non-metallic. The 2 main non-metallic lattices that only contain one element are silicon and carbon. Carbon in particular has many different forms. One of carbon's common uses is in pencils as graphite. Graphite lattices form layers, meaning they slide over each other easily and rub off onto the page. Another form of carbon is diamond, the hardest naturally occurring substance in the world. Diamonds are very hard because of the strong bonds between carbon atoms. Because of its hardness, diamond is used in industrial drills to grind against rock. Interestingly, diamond is very fragile, meaning it breaks from a direct force such as a hammer strike. For this reason, diamond tools used in Minecraft wouldn't work in real life. Molecular compounds are not a type of element, rather than things made of them. As previously discussed, molecules are groups of atoms bunched together, and could be made of one element or many. Compounds are molecules made up of 2 or more different types of elements. Compounds often differ substantially from the elements they're made of. The compound most people are familiar with is H2O, water. The chemical symbol H2O tells us that there are 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom in a water molecule. Many of these molecules together would get us a glass of water. Lattice compounds, like metallic and non-metallic lattices, are groups of atoms that form a lattice structure. Unlike metallic and non-metallic lattices, lattice compounds all contain 2 or more different types of elements, fitting the definition of a compound stated in the last section. Lattice compounds can be metallic or non-metallic. Metallic lattice compounds, such as the steel and bronze discussed earlier, are also called alloys, usually created by humans to be stronger or better in some other way than pure metallic elements. One well-known non-metallic lattice compound is NaCl, salt. For every 1 sodium atom in the lattice, there is 1 chlorine atom. This ratio repeats itself to however much salt you have.